Can give you a few reasons. One would be, malapit lang kasi si Australia sa Philippines.
Yes,
Australia, we have a lot of institutions who accept direct entry. Ibig sabihin, kapag K-12 graduate ka in the Philippines, you can directly go to a bachelor's in Australia. Sure talaga na gusto mong mag-aral.
Yeah, actually, our 14,000 viewers ngayon, for sure, gusto-gusto nila mag-aral.
Yes, that's right. Dapat gusto ninyong mag-aral kasi since Bansal is with Upgrade GSP, we have schools all over Australia.
Wow, that's, di ba? And welcome back to our session, which is entitled My Grade Said Go, the Pansal Pod. Again, I am Eugene, one of your education counselors here in Bansal, Philippines, and I am with...
Alodia from Upgrade GSP.
Yes, and today we are really blessed no, na binisita tayo ni Ms. Alo. By the way, pag-usapan muna natin yung field ng migration. Let's talk about migration first.
Actually, for me, from Upgrade GSP, we cover education pathway. So we partner with agents like Bansal to help support students or aspiring international students from the Philippines. So really, we are in the education field sa migration.
Yes. Kamusta naman yung setup natin when it comes to that? Marami bang nagmamigrate na Pinoy?
Yes.
Wow. On what reason?
So, super daming reason.
Okay. Sa sobrang dami, give me one.
One, I think, of course, gusto ng better opportunities of Filipinos. Alam naman natin na Filipinos are very talented, right?
Yes, actually.
So, we have to share our talents to the world. So, one way is to go to study abroad.
Wow, study abroad in a way, di ba?
Mhm.
Well, that's good, no? Regarding to Australian migration, why do you think isa ang Australia best fitted when it comes to migration? Kasi maraming bansa eh. Di ba?
That's
Pwede
right.
namang America, pwede namang Thailand.
Yeah.
But bakit Australia?
Kasi si Australia, it's one of the countries na super welcoming pa rin to international students. And siguro, I can give you a few reasons. One would be, malapit lang kasi si Australia sa Philippines.
Yes, actually.
So one of the cities in Australia has the same time zone pa.
Yes.
So hindi ka mahihirapan to contact your relatives, ganun. So you can go to that area in Australia. Second is, meron talaga silang pathway after your study. So siguro this isn't, mas marami kayong matututunan kung kay Bansal talaga kayong makikipag-communicate.
Na
Pero
para
syempre,
ba, di ba?
yes. Pero syempre, it's important din na alam ng students natin na yung ina-offer natin is for them to study, di ba?
Yes,
Kasi
exactly.
syempre, the work will come after.
Oh yeah,
After
actually.
the studies.
Yes.
Ayun.
Of course, syempre, meron ka ng mga narinig ng mga success stories.
Yes, of course.
Ng mga, syempre, ng mga nakakonect mo rin, of course. And how was it in your side? Kamusta yung feeling na naging parte ka nung pagpunta nila, nung paglayas nila sa Pilipinas? Hindi maglayas, di ba? But pag-alis ng successful life nila, how was it?
Syempre, first feeling is sana all.
So, yun na nga, ina-offeran ka na namin na 100% ulit. Hindi, di ba? But anyways.
Yes. Pero syempre, we all want naman na yung goal talaga natin as a consultancy is to help our students, di ba?
Yes.
To get those opportunities abroad. And syempre, yung mga natulungan na natin ng students before, they're very successful. Actually, later on siguro we'll be talking about that, kung ano ba yung mga opportunities ng after they study in Australia. Parang ganun. Pero the students there, some students that I met before, they brought their families with them.
Exactly.
And
That's
syempre,
good.
they were able na to work there full-time.
Yeah,
Hanggang ngayon.
full-time, okay. Yes. Ayan, I'm just really curious kasi, kapag narinig kasi ibig GSP, that's Global Study Partners, Upgrad Global Study Partners, I just want you to really, promote that to our viewers para at least, pag sinabing GSP, di na sila blurry yung GSP.
Actually, we're not really popular sa student-facing mismo. Kasi we partner with the agents like si Bansal.
Yeah, kami yan.
So, syempre, nagpo-partner lang naman kami sa mga credible agencies in the Philippines. That's why I think you can trust Bansal because, we want them to be one of our partners. So, one of our valued recruitment partners. So, kami, what we really do is we connect Bansal to the institutions in Australia. Parang ganun.
So basically, kinoconnect mo kami
Yes.
papunta sa iba't ibang mga different higher ed institutions across Australia.
Yes,
Mapa
that's right.
Melbourne, meron ba?
Yes.
Mapa Adelaide, meron ba?
Yes.
Perth, meron ba?
Yes.
Perfect. Talk about Australian education.
Mhm.
Pag-usapan natin. How is it different from here in the Philippines?
So actually, meron silang tinatawag na Australian Qualification Framework or AQF. So,
AQF.
Yes, AQF. So yun, it is, yung system nila, di ba dito sa Philippines, you have the K-12, and then after K-12, undergraduate tayo or yung bachelor's.
Yes.
Sa kanila, may ganun din sila. So you have to study primary, and then secondary, and then yung mga vocational level, diploma.
Wow.
And then after that is the undergraduate and then postgraduate. So yun yung qualification level in Australia. But of course, for siguro iniisip ninyo na, okay, tapos na ako mag-K-12. Ano na yung next kong gagawin?
Actually, that's a good
Right?
question.
Parang usually in Australia, we have a lot of institutions who accept direct entry. Ibig sabihin, kapag K-12 graduate ka in the Philippines, you can directly go to a bachelor's in Australia.
Okay.
Yes, so yun yung isang magandang nangyari sa bansa natin, ang
Yes.
K-12.
I mean, dependable pala siya in a way. Kasi
Yes.
parang ang misconception kasi parang in a way, some of the other peeps, parang sinasabi, ano na mangyayari sa degree ko ngayon, sa K-12 something? Kaya ba yan pwede ba tanggapin ang isang K-12 graduate sa Australia?
Yes. So actually, isang reason kung ba't nila pinatupad yung K-12 is yun nga, hindi kasi same yung level ng studies ng Filipino graduates sa old curriculum. Kasi they only finish hanggang grade 10.
Yes.
Right?
The basic ed.
The basic ed, yes. So, ngayon, na dinagdagan nila ng 2 years, naging equal na tayo with the other countries.
Yeah. Ibig sabihin, talagang nakasampa na tayo sa global standard when it comes to education.
Yes.
Also, sa ating mga manonood, sa ating mga viewers this afternoon, no, if you are a senior high school graduate, worry no more because I think nasagot ni Miss Alodia isa sa mga critical questions when it comes to aside from that, Miss Alodia, ano pa ang somewhat similarity ng Philippine education comparatively to Australia na pwedeng magamit ng ating mga... Kasi later, pag-usapan naman natin pinagkaiba Di ba?
So, after that, siguro another similarity would be, meron din tayong tinatawag na vocational studies.
Wow, TESDA ba yan dito?
It's like TESDA
parang
in the
TESDA.
Philippines. Yes. Pero doon sa Australia, same kayo ng mapag-aaralan na skill-based talaga. For example, nag-aral ka gusto mo mag-aral ng automotive, talagang mag-aral ka ng paano maging mechanical, for example.
Okay.
So, ganun talaga hands-on yung mga pag-aaralan.
Kasi also balita ko when it comes to that, 'di ba? Kung ano mang partner schools sa pupuntahan mo, may hands-on training din as well.
Yes.
So hindi ka talaga mapag-iiwanan of course regarding to your specific field na meron ka dito sa Philippines.
That's right.
That's good. Ngayon, syempre, of course, pinag-usapan natin yung mga ngayon, mga academic something. How about age limit?
Okay. So, for age limit kasi, actually, generally, wala naman. But, syempre...
Kasi usually, tinatanong yan sa live namin
that's
may age
right.
limit po ba? Like, tapos pag tinanong mo, 37.
Yes. Actually, wala naman talaga. Pero, yung age limit, pumapasok siya if the student wants to maximize yung gusto nilang matanggap na benefits postgraduate. So, after kasi mag-study in Australia, you have to be at least 35 years old para makatanggap ka ng post-study work visa. In other words, after mo mag-aral, pwedeng ma-extend yung visa mo to work in Australia.
Wow, that's
Pero,
nice.
doon papasok yung age limit. Kasi doon sila naglagay ng age limit. But then again, for example, if we have viewers or aspiring international students who are more mature, there are schools who accept. Pero syempre, hindi na natin pwedeng i-expect yung sa post-study work.
Oh, okay. So, in a way, kahit paano, I think yun kasi isa sa mga tagline namin dito, kung mag-a-apply ka, dapat now na.
Yeah, that's right.
Tama. So, what can you say to our viewers? Diba?
Kaya kayo, wag nang magpatumpik-tumpik pa.
Oo.
Kung gusto niyo na simulan ang inyong international
Yes.
study
And
abroad
Australian journey.
Yes,
Para ba?
dapat you should start now.
Yes.
If, time is running.
Yes.
Kaya dapat running, no walk, run only.
Running, yes, exactly. And kamusta ba ang Australian borders ngayon? Kamusta ang visa migration and everything sa Australia?
Andyan pa rin.
Oo, andyan pa rin.
Yes. andyan
Sila
pa
na lang
rin
ba
naman.
hinihintay?
Yes,
Oo, feeling ko
napakatagal.
sila na lang eh. Anyways, yun dito, where po ba office niyo po? Pwede po mag-walk-in? Yes, Wabi Sabi Tea. Pwede po mag-walk-in. You can find us here in San Fernando, Pampanga in front of Vista Mall. And pwede po kayo pumunta. We're going to gladly welcome all of you. Di ba nga? Ganun yung pag-welcome. Charot. O yun, aside from having those ideas, pag-usapan na naman natin yung malaking pagkakaiba. Para yung mga viewers natin, at least magkaroon sila ng idea, what's Australian education to be talaga general? Okay?
Yeah. So, sa Australian education naman, syempre, it is different in some ways. Like, for example, yung mga schools dito, they follow yung pasukan nila is from February. Yung main intake or yung main na pasukan is February. Pero, meron din tayong pasukan ng mid, which is July. And in other institutions, they have rolling intakes or may intake sila siguro every month, every quarter, mga ganon. So, yun yung number one, is yung pasukan. So, kung gusto niyo po, kunwari, you're gonna start your processing po ngayon, yung mga next na intake na natin, considering po kung mag-visa pa kayo, ganyan, di ba?
Exactly.
Yun po kasi yung matagal na part.
True.
Siguro, you can allot 3 to 6 months to
3 to 6
prepare.
months?
Yes.
Like, ano ba yung mga kailangan i-prepare? Para, di ba, mailista natin dito.
Yes. So, you have to prepare for yourself, syempre.
Yung sarili ko.
Yes,
So,
sarili niyo.
for example, ako yung mag-a-apply. Tapos parang curious ako sa Australian education. So, ma'am, I'm just really curious. Ano yung mga need ko bang i-apply when it comes to flying in Australia?
Yeah. So, first, you have to make sure talaga na gusto mong mag-aral.
Yeah, actually, our 14,000 viewers ngayon, for sure, gusto nila mag-aral.
Yes, that's right. Dapat gusto ninyong mag-aral kasi you are going there under a student visa.
Yes.
And although, syempre, we have work rights rin naman for students, you have to make sure na yun talaga yung purpose ng pagpunta natin.
Yes.
Alright? So, we have to be clear on that po.
Yes.
Then second,
So, dapat, kung gusto mo talaga mag-aaral, mag-aaral ka talaga.
yes.
Kung gusto mong magkaroon ng Australian residency and everything,
Yes.
that, kailangan buo yung loob mo.
Yeah.
So hindi pala pwede dito yung parang half pa yung desisyon. Kasi kailangan, our dear viewers, sinabi na ni Miss Alo, kailangan pag mag-Australia tayo, dapat buo yung puso mo. Buo yung loob mo. Desidido ka pala dapat. Kasi ano ba mangyari kapag hindi desidido yung applicant natin?
Kasi syempre, if hindi, malalaman din yun nung sa immigration. Like for example, kasi sa Australia, it's very important that we show that we are genuine students.
Okay.
Diba? So yun yung number one na criteria nila para mag-grant po kayo ng Australian student visa.
Oh, that's it. So,
yun, dapat buong loob
yes.
yung mag-aral in Australia.
Bukod sa buo yung loob mo, of course, sinabi niyo kanina, yan kasi yung isa sa mga i-check talaga ng email. Ano ba yung pinaka-importante sa isang CV? Tapos, i-align natin yan sa Australian country.
So, dapat sa CV ninyo, clear doon yung job description.
Clear
and then,
dapat.
kung ano yung position ninyo previously. And
Recent,
then, gaano
yung most
katagal.
recent.
Actually, i-list nyo lahat.
Lahat?
ng mga naging experience ninyo. Kasi, bakit ba yun important? Kasi, syempre, papakita natin doon kung bakit natin naisip ulit mag-aral. It's part of being genuine nung gusto ninyong pag-aaral, diba? And then after nun, syempre kailangan ninyong i-relate yung kukunin ninyong course dun sa mga experience. So for example, gusto ninyong mag-aral ng nursing.
Wow, nursing. To our 80,000 viewers, sa 84,000 viewers natin ngayon, for sure may mga nurse dyan. Okay.
So, kung gusto niyo mag-aral ng nursing, kailangan naka-specify doon kung meron ba kayong bedside experience, may mga internships ba kayo sa hospital. Lahat po yun, kailangan ninyong i-specify and gaano katagal. At saka ano specifically yung mga ginagawa ninyo. At saka, kunwari, kung saan kayo sa hospital na department, mga ganon. Very good.
So, very specific pala dapat.
Yes, ikwento nyo kung ano talaga yung mga
sa curriculum vitae.
Actually, hindi siya kailangan super haba. Keywords lang.
Keywords, okay. For example, X-ray department, tapos gaano katagal, tapos anong designation, for example, senior chemi-root, parang ganon. Para at least mas makita natin yung eligibility, tas yung kayat mo talagang gawin when it comes to kapag nakapunta ka na sa Australia. Well, that's good, no? Hopefully, na-inform namin kayo to our 74,000 viewers regarding to that, no? Siyempre, may mga ganung mga, may mga questions Diba, regarding to. Aside from that, Miss Alo, ano pa?
So actually, for the documents, yun yung mga basic na kailangan ninyo para makapag-submit na ng application sa school.
Okay. So, gaya nga ng sabi ni Miss Alo, you need to be prepared as early as now. And lahat ng documentation, certification, i-keep nyo na yan. Mag-request na as early as now. Para kapag niran na natin, binasa na natin yung curriculum vitae sa Bansal, of course, if you're going to submit your CV here, para at least our education consultants are able to somewhat align you in your field, at least mas madali na lang. Diba? Hindi na tayo hirap na hirap in terms of your alignment.
Correct.
Aside from that, Miss Alo, mahihirapan ba yung mga fellow Filipinos natin when it comes to Australian education? Are you going to, alam mo yun? Kasi
Kung
dito,
oo. Actually,
kasi normally tanong yan eh.
Yes.
Kaya kinakabahan, ayaw magpasa ng requirements,
yes.
ayaw mag-aral.
Yes. Actually, yan yung isang fear siguro ng most Filipinos. Kasi syempre, iba yung pag-aaral dito sa atin na parang ang daming exam, ang daming kailangan aralin.
Memories
diba?
Bring back.
Yes. Kaya yun yung kaya ayaw nilang mag-study. Gusto na lang, mag-work na lang. Pero in Australia kasi, iba rin yung study doon. For example, kung mag-bachelor's kayo, syempre, kailangan nyo pa rin aralin yung theoretical part nung aaralin nyo. For example, nursing ulit. Pag nag-aaral kayo ng nursing, hindi kayo mag-aaral ng hindi related dun sa nursing.
Naman.
Like for example, dito sa Philippines, we have Gen Ed subjects.
Yeah, right? Sabi nila minor, di ba?
Yes,
pero again deleting mga Gen Ed.
Yes, Gen Ed subjects. Doon sa Australia, walang ganun. Kung ano lang yung aaralin mo, yun lang yung pag-aaralan.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, that's
at least,
one.
Mas mabibigay mo yung energy mo sa mga subjects na nararapat, parang gano'n.
Tama. Okay. So kung ano lang makakatulong dun sa career mo at saka sa gusto niyo talagang pag-aralan, yun lang po yung pagdadaanan natin. And then in Australia, same din dito sa Philippines na meron tayong mga OJTs, di ba? Dito. Pero doon meron tayong mga internships din.
Yes.
Yes. Or work integrated, yung mga work placements where students can do OJTs as well habang nag-aaral sila.
Wow, that's nice.
Here sa Bansal, they will ask you again, ano ba yung background mo as a student, ano bang natapos mo. Kasi yung schools natin sa Australia, they offer a lot of programs. Pero syempre, mag-end up pa rin sa student kung saan niya gusto mag-aral, number one. Kasi Australia is a big country.
Yeah, actually.
So may iba-ibang locations to study doon, and then yun yung isang basis kung paano tayo mamimili ng school.
Okay.
Second is yung program. Kung si student ba, gusto niyo yung school na magaling sila sa nursing dito, magaling sila sa engineering, may ganito silang programs, hospitality, ganyan. Yun yung second natin na way para mamili ng school.
Okay.
And then last is siguro yung relatives.
Okay.
Diba some of the students na gusto mag-aral in Australia, may kamag-anak na kasi.
Yeah, sana all.
Diba? That's
diba?
right.
Uh-oh.
So, yun din yung next natin na basis kung saan mo gustong mag-aral. But, again, since Bansal is with a GSP, we have schools all over Australia.
Wow, that's, diba? The global study partners. So,
yes.
I think napaka-blessed and very fortunate tayo this afternoon kasi grabe ang blessing, grabe ang mga information na binigay sa atin ni Ms. Alo. Siguro last na, no? Para at least mas ma-inform natin yung ating mga students when it comes to Australia. So, in a way, sinabi mo kanina, Ms. Alo, mga destination, mga something curriculum. Ngayon, how about in-demand jobs? Kung maglilista ka ng in-demand jobs sa Australia na pwedeng mas ma-inform yung, kasi for sure, mayroon dyan mga hawak na diploma.
Yes.
Ang gusto nilang malaman, in-demand ba to?
Tama. So in Australia, meron kayong mahanap na list ng in-demand jobs doon. And then yung list na to, pwede nyo siyang i-base. Kunwari, kung digital graduate kayo, makikita nyo dun sa list na yun kung ano yung mga in-demand. For example, meron tayo dyan, number 1 pa rin ang nursing and healthcare.
Nursing, grabe, no? Yes. Sobrang in-demand niya in a global platform.
That's right. Kahit saan. Nursing and healthcare, and then IT,
information
computer science, AI. Alam nyo naman, di ba?
Ang mga emerging trend.
Yes. IT talaga yung nakikita naming tumataas talaga yung demand. So, yun yung next. And then we also have teaching,
Oh,
education.
wow, okay.
Yes. So,
sa edu, anong field ba yan, ma'am?
so education, more on teaching talaga. So,
Majorship?
yes, we have primary and secondary teaching, early childhood education, yung mga ganon. That's very in demand in Australia.
Ay, si Rain, sabi niya IT po. Yes, Rain, IT. Graduate ka ba ng BS IT? Kasi, for sure, sinabi na ni Miss Alo, IT is an in-demand program in Australia.
That's
right. Diba? Meron ka bang kaunting range ng pasahod dyan kapag IT?
Actually, mas maganda kung magpa-consult
na kayo. Pa-consult na kayo sa amin, no? Para at least are able to inform you ano ba yung life na naghihintay sa'yo in Australia when it comes to IT. So, saan po pwede magpa-consult? You can find us here in San Fernando, Pampanga in front of Vista Mall. Tumatanggap po kami ng walk-in applicants from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Saturday po yan. No po? And you're going to find us, your education counselors, me, no, with Miss Renzi also, Sir Randy, and Sir CJ, are going to happily welcome you no, in our headquarters here in Southeast Asia, which is located in San Fernando, Pampanga, in front of Vista Mall. Okay? So, aside from those, sabi, nursing, tapos IT, tapos edu, di ba? Well, that's nice. Kasi we Filipinos, no, napaka-diverse nung ating academic community. So, ano pang hinihintay ninyo everyone? Nabanggit na, no, anong mga kailangan, mga need i-prepare, anong mga institution yung pwede, no, and anong mga in-demand jobs ngayon. Ngayon, Miss Alo, meron ka bang final pabaon sa ating mga viewers?
Ayan. So again, if gusto niyo simulan ang inyong study abroad journey, wala nang dapat hintayin pa. Mag-apply na ngayon at bisitahin ang Bansal Education and Migration here in San Fernando, Pampanga.
Wow, thank you. And I think that's it. Napaka-productive ng afternoon natin ngayon because we are able to be blessed by different information coming from the one and only Ms. Alo from Upgrad Global Study Partners. Again, but anyways, thank you so much for having us again. No, this is another episode of Miss Alo, sabay-sabay tayo. 1, 2, 3, go. Migrate, set, go. The Bansal Pod. See you in our next episode. Thank you and goodbye mga kabansal.